Good evening, YouTubers. It is the day after Christmas, December 26, 2023. We're in Conneaut Harbor watching the American Spirit, tied for the second largest ship to be traveling the Great Lakes at 1,004 feet long. It's nighttime, and there is a little bit of fog coming off the water, which is kind of distorting the picture a little bit. And it is a beautiful and mild evening. And we have the temperature currently sitting at 52 degrees with a light breeze. If other people if you hear stuff in the background, there's some other people showing up to watch it, and there's some, let's see, what kind of name would I call them? We'll call them Democrats. There's some Democrats in the background making a little noise. I'm trying to be as nice as I can about what I say about them. But you can still see the Conneaut Lighthouse there, as it's just come inside the break wall. It's backing in. The American Spirit, formerly named the George A. Stinson. It was built in 1978. In 2003, it was changed to American Spirit. Again, 1,004 feet long, 105 feet wide. It is tied with the Elizabeth Minor and the Edgar B. Spear for the second longest ship on the Great Lakes, behind the Paul A. Tregurtha. I always mess up some of these names. I'm very good at butchering names, so that's what, especially with some of the Canadian ships, I really butcher their names. So the ship is coming in from Two Harbors, Minnesota. It had a longer than expected trip, which spanned through Christmas. So these guys on here have been working through Christmas. They were delayed in getting here because of some rough weather on Lake Superior, which forced them to take a more northerly route. And then there was kind of a log jam at the Soo Locks, which had delayed ships getting through there because too many ships were trying to come through with not enough lock space. So there's still some ships still backed up through the Soo Locks. And this ship is it's a giant. Okay, this ship it's 7 cargo hulls. Its primary use is for iron ore, which is exactly what it did. It picked up a load of iron ore at Two Harbors, Minnesota, and it is hauling here to Conneaut to be dropped off. And from there, most of that iron ore will be carried by rail car down to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, to be made into steel. So, because of the direction of the wind, and it's not really that bad of a breeze. The water on Lake Erie is very calm because we got it coming out of the southeast. And I've been tracking the ship all the way from when it left Two Harbors. And I said that's all I knew how, like, what delays it went through. There's somebody back there, the Democrats, talking about have a bullhorn. And I guess they must have got it for Christmas. But anyway, so the American Spirit is powered by two twin 16-cylinder diesel engines. It has 2 propeller props. And I'm trying to block out some of the wind and noise from the speaker there. That's kind of what that flash of light was. again, there's a little bit, I guess what you say is fogginess or some moisture reflection coming off of Lake Erie. So again, it's the day after Christmas. It's Boxing Day for our neighbors across the lake, and for the United Kingdom. In America, it's really not celebrated much, because Boxing Day is supposed to be for all the people who had to work on Christmas, for the servants of people who had to work on Christmas. They would give them the day after off, and they would give them boxes of the leftover food. That's where Boxing Day came into effect. So in the countries, into the United Kingdom countries and in Canada, people who had to work on Christmas Day are supposed to have Boxing Day off. Now, America, that never caught on, primarily because, I don't know, we don't have too many servants. Not too many households have servants. Now, a lot of people have to work on Christmas. So, but in here, it's kind of more like ain't nobody got time to have the day off after Christmas. So the American Spirit will come in here and drop off its iron ore, and whole process, and before it'll pull out will probably take probably close to 16 hours. And then it will be on its way, more than likely, back up to Lake Superior. Because we've had mild weather on the Great Lakes, the shipping season has been extended. So again, we had a green Christmas here, and it got almost to 60 degrees here in Conneaut, Ohio. And today, again, it was another very mild day. That is not the norm for here. But you gotta take the good with the bad. We really didn't have to bundle up to go out. Hope you all were able to have a Merry Christmas and be able to be with your families and enjoy the season. Because Christmas is not a time that you would say it's a pain in the rear. It's a time of rejoicing and celebrating and appreciating all the good things that you love, because the greatest gift that could ever possibly have been given is this is to mark the day that it was given to us, the day that Christ was born. Now, yes, true, if you look historically, Jesus was actually born in springtime. However, they have traced back through the star records that they believe that the day that the wise men arrived to see Jesus 2 years after his birth to deliver him presents was actually on December 25th. They also believe that around the same time as the Immaculate Conception was. Now, I don't want to confuse that for Pittsburgh fans with the Immaculate Reception. Okay, something totally different. But that also happened right around Christmas time. Some of just the serenity of these ships backing in. So some of the times I just shut up and watch the ship come back in. like I say, today the star of our show is the American Spirit. For loading purposes for Conneaut Harbor, ships have to back in. This is backing into the ore docks, which is on the east side of the Conneaut docks. Actually, I missed the last ship to come in here, which was the Great Republic. It was my intentions to video it coming in, but just before it arrived, I ended up with a case of the flu and was totally sidelined for a couple days, but I was back healthy enough to celebrate Christmas and Christmas Eve. And you can hear those two diesel engines revving up to back the ship in. The American Spirit is what's called a self-unloader. The long white steel piece there on the top of the ship, that looks kind of like a bridge, is actually the unloader arm. I tried looking up to see if there was any events in this ship's history, and the only thing I can find is its name change in 2003. I did not have any records of this one being in an accident or any major damage being done to it since being put into service in 1978, which that's pretty good. So if you hear some noise, I have some of the Democrats pulling up behind me.
Let me get a picture of the Queen Mary.
Yes, they're definitely Democrats. They think this is the Queen Mary. Some very intelligent people around here tonight. I've had other issues with people down here when I try to video this that for some reason cannot be respectful. They fortunately did not say anything to me and left me alone, which thank the Lord. I am carrying a 9mm. I'm also carrying my handy dandy switchblade and have a can of pepper spray with me as well. And I'm actually doing this out of the sunroof of the car with the doors locked so that I have a little bit more guess you'd say, protection from some people. And again, this has been out of experience. I'd like to just stand down here and just video this and be able to do so in peace. Unfortunately, that is not the America we live in 2023. So, but thankfully, these Democrats decided to leave me be. People coming up around me here, so hopefully nobody decides to get rude to me. Ship is now starting to enter the mouth of the Conneaut Creek. So I'm trying to video this and trying to keep an eye on my back right now because I have people pulling up behind me. A guy nearly, I mean within inches, almost hit my car. I love doing these videos. It's the same thing with the hikes in the woods. I love taking the hikes. And the thing that I found, the most dangerous thing throughout is other people. It's kind of sad that that's what, but straight up, in life, the most dangerous thing you will run into is other people. Bridge is already all the way into the Conneaut Creek. The ship will back all the way in. You can see up on the top there, it's kind of hard to see from here because we got this glare, just some kind of a fog here, but you can see kind of at the top, they got some Christmas lights at the top there. Something I've had to experience in my life. It sucks to work on Christmas Day. Okay. I don't know why, but my camera decided it didn't need the light anymore. So it's flickering. For some reason, flickering. Try again. There we go. There's a zoomed in. You can see the Christmas lights on the top. Some of that is the smoke from the diesel engines. And we still have a little ways to go. So it's pretty much in, and the camera's not gonna cooperate with me for some reason. But so I'm gonna say is thank you for watching all the way to the end. I appreciate you watching. Please hit like, subscribe, and share. Send this around. Hope you had a Merry Christmas. Hope that you have a Happy New Year. Please watch out for Democrats. And God bless you. And have a wonderful evening. So, this is Tech Sergeant Mackey from Conneaut Harbor, signing out. And that Spirit. All right, God bless you.